Work hard.
Don't be afraid of work. It pay off in the end.
Always.
It may look like it's coming slow, but it pays off in the end.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't think you're gonna start on the top.
And keep God in everything that you do.
Yeah. Most businesses don't start on the top. You start on the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta have patience.
Patience.
Yes.
But you gotta have love for people too.
Okay.
Well, yeah, something you gotta love. If you don't do it,
and you gotta like what you do.
That helps.
That's
and if you don't like,
you gotta like what you do. Because if
it.
you like what you're gonna do, you're gonna always give it 100%.
Sure enough. I believe it.
Mama za kungi betengo we kumoyi ngumada takana okyo sokinu kibanga se Manuele ngando mushisamye Manuele.
Yeah. So do me a quick favor. State your name for me, Grandpa.
Roy Preau, Preau.
And you the same for me, Grandma.
I'm Bernice Preau.
Hey.
Okay.
So, Granddad, you were born in Trinidad, right?
Right.
What part of Trinidad?
Port of Spain.
Port of Spain?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what year was that?
1941.
1941?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Grandma, what were you born at, Grandma? Franklin, Virginia, or?
Baltimore, Maryland.
I didn't know that. Okay. And what year was that, may I ask? Can I ask what year was that?
On the east side of Baltimore.
Okay. No, I want to know what year was it. Can I ask what year was it?
Oh, yeah, sure. What year was I born?
Yes, ma'am.
1948. November 8th, 1948.
Sure enough. Okay. So I guess I want to hear about both you all's childhood. I don't know who wants to start.
Let Granddaddy start.
All right. So Granddad, you grew up in the Port of Spain in Trinidad?
Yes, sir.
What was that like growing up there?
Oh, it was nice. Nice. Well, it's more country like. It was fun, a lot of fun while I was growing up.
Was it country like Franklin, Virginia, or?
Yeah, well, almost the same. I can say it's about, in those days it was different than now. Yeah, it's about the same. The same as Franklin.
What you mean it was different? What do you mean?
But, let me see, the people were different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, well, it's frankly the same thing. I mean, all over the world was the same thing. Well, it was more free to do as we want.
Okay.
People wasn't like they were today. Today is terrible.
Okay. You got any siblings?
Oh yeah.
How many did you have?
I had 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. And were you the oldest, youngest,
No,
or were you?
I was just third.
Third, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure enough.
3 out of 4.
Okay.
Yep.
And so born and raised in Trinidad, or how long did you stay there?
20-some years.
20-some, okay. Sure enough.
Yep.
So I guess let me ask you this then. What were, growing up in Trinidad, Port of Spain, I guess, what are some of do you have like any fond memories? What are some that you remember from your childhood?
Oh yeah, well we had more fun out in the, playing, running out in the woods and stuff like that. Yeah, that was fun for us.
You might playing in the woods?
Yeah. We climbed, kids climb trees and stuff like that, we got a little, make our own little toys and stuff. We had to make everything we had.
Sure enough.
Yeah, and we had good times, in the evening, especially in the moonlight. Come out there Saturday night, Friday night, and we had all the fun outside in the street.
Okay, sure enough.
Yeah, the kids, we made our own little field, I must say, football field. Well, everything, we made, Okay. And we had our own fun, a little ball. We had a little boxing sometime, a little running sometime. Mm-hmm. All those fun sports like sing and dance. Oh yeah, we had some good dances.
Okay. Well, I guess what were what did you like to do as a child? What were some of your favorite hobbies?
Yeah, well, I was hang with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I was mostly into running. I was good.
Okay, you like to run?
Well, I was good then.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Ain't too many of them catch me.
You was fast.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they couldn't catch me, man.
What were the name of your parents, Grandpa?
Well, my mother's name was Edna.
Edna.
Mm-hmm.
What was her last name?
Well, she was a pro too,
Right.
well, let me say Sunley Pro.
Sunday.
Sunley, Sunley.
Sunday. Okay.
Sunley.
Sunday. Edna Sunday.
Sound like a Chinese name to me.
Okay. And what about your father? What was your father's name?
You know, I can't remember his name.
Okay.
So his name was Martin.
Martin. That's right, Martin.
Martin.
But I never really knew it.
Oh, you never knew your father?
No.
Okay.
He died. I was too young.
Oh. Okay.
Martin. Yeah. He died when I was really young. I don't remember him.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so growing up in Trinidad, I guess
So we grew up, just with mother and brothers and sisters.
4 kids, 5 kids, or what?
Just 4.
Okay.
3 of us, 3 and 1, 4. 4
Okay.
kids. That's
Fair
it.
enough. Okay. What was it like growing up in that household, in that Trinidadian household?
Oh, it was nice. Oh man, yeah, fun. A lot of fun. 'Cause you see, we had to get up. Well, we I must say, old-fashioned.
Okay.
Because you see, we had to, on the weekends, we had to get up on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
You get up and you had to do whatever chores you had to do. After that, you got to read the Bible.
Okay. That's a big part.
Yeah, everybody got to read a verse or something. Yeah, I read, you read, I read, they pass it around. And the words you can't pronounce, we were little then coming up. The words you can't pronounce, you spell it out, and Mom will tell you, what it is until, So that was like a double.
Yeah.
You was learning the Bible, and you was learning to read at the same time.
Read and write, sure.
You read and write, yeah. You spell the words, because some of those words you see outside the Bible too.
Sure enough, you're right.
Yeah, so that was like a double. That was good.
What did your mom do? Like, what was her job?
My mom got sick when I was young.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
And then she had problem with her leg. And she died when I was 16 years old.
Really?
Yeah, my mom died young.
She did.
She was young and I was young.
You know what happened? Just she was sick.
Yeah, they say it's a heart attack. That's what they said.
Okay.
But long ago, they never checked nothing. They don't care.
Okay.
They just let it go.
Mm.
And we too young to investigate. So
Right.
we, hey, she dead. That's it.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Um,
Died just suddenly. She wasn't say homesick or anything like that. Just suddenly, just one day we went out and played, and this guy come back and tell us, hey, your mama died.
Oh man.
Or your mama home? No, what he said. He said, Roy. I said, yeah. He said, your mama home dying, boy. Yeah, a neighbor of ours, we was out we got a little park close, about 2 blocks from the house. And he come up there and tell me, Roy. I said, yeah. He said, your mama home dying, boy. And you up here playing?
Okay.
I told him, I said, well, I didn't know.
Right, exactly.
Man, me and we had a few kids with us, and I'll never forget that. The place got so silent, wasn't funny.
Right.
We were playing.
Yeah.
When he said that, you could hear a pin drop. And all I had to do is hang my head down and
Go home.
head on home.
Yeah.
And that was it.
How
That was tough, though.
I believe it. How old is, I guess, your oldest sibling? Like how much of a difference is
Roderick?
it?
Oh, he was much older than us. He was old. How old was Roderick? I don't know, but he was he was a man.
Okay. Were all y'all still together at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was working. He went and he got married.
Okay.
And actually, me and my brother and my sister, we grew up, together.
Mm-hmm.
Then things started getting rough.
I say, how did things change after your mother passed?
But that's what it is. Yeah, we stayed together for about a year or 2 when my mother passed.
Mm.
Then things get rough. Then I went and lived with my aunt. And then my brother did the same thing. And Joan went, my older sister, well, she was the second one.
Auntie John.
Yeah, she went and lived by herself.
Oh.
She got a place, she got a job. She was working by herself. And we grew up there with my aunt. And it was nice. I mean, I never had no problem with nobody. No. Everybody treated us pretty good.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
So where did your aunt live?
She lived in Port of Spain, too.
That's just like a different section of
different. Right, that's right, yeah. Yep. So we grew up there and everything was fine until one day we decided, well, I had another aunt that lived here in New York.
Oh, New York.
Yeah, Aunt Rosa.
Okay.
And she had a son named Barry. And they used to, they once in a while they'd come down, a few years between they'll come and go. And Barry come down one year and he says, we was talking, we sit down talking. He said, man, what do you think about coming up to New York?
Yeah.
And I said, okay. It may make me no difference.
Yeah.
Can't be no worse than it is here. Yeah. And
real quick, tell me this real quick. I guess, do you remember what you wanted to be when you were like growing up? Did you like want to be specific?
Well, I was always interested in driving vehicles.
Okay,
cars,
you like cars?
Trucks,
okay.
Yeah, trucks especially. I was always interested in it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was always, that was my favorite toy.
You like trucks?
Little tractor trailer.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been playing with them for years, man. Well, tractor push it up and back it up and park it.
Sure enough.
Yeah, that was my favorite toy, man.
Okay.
I love that.
All right, so you're interested in cars and trucks.
Cars and trucks. Yeah, yes, sir.
So Barry, you talking to your cousin Barry, Uncle Barry, and he says come to New York, and so you were 20 at that time, or how old were you?
I was younger than that.
Oh.
I wasn't 20 yet. I think I was about 19.
Okay.
And I say, yeah. Then he said, all right, I'll take care of it. Man, and sometime later on, I can't remember how it's later on, he sent me a letter. He said, tell me, if you want to come here, do something, send me some papers to take to them, to get a visa.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so I took it down there and got it. I got a visa. I had it for about a year or so before I even did anything.
Okay, you just waited.
Yeah, I didn't want to come. You're having fun. You don't want to go.
Right.
Yeah, so I just held on to it. Held it for about a year. Then I called him once. Yeah, called him. And I talked to him. Yeah, he called him on the phone. Talked to him. And he said, all right. And he sent me a ticket.
Nice. Oh, airplane ticket, right?
Yeah, I said, come on up. He paid the way, too.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I just didn't even pay that no mind. That man left that ticket there.
Oh, you left it?
I was supposed to, yeah.
Oh, wow. And what, you just scared to leave? You didn't want to leave? What?
No, it was too much fun down there. I didn't want to
too much
I didn't want to leave him.
Okay.
People you grow up with, you didn't want to leave him. Yeah, so I said, well, one day, someday, just all for the moment, something. Oh, man, get out of here.
Okay.
Then I say I went and make a reservation. And when the time come, about a week before, one of my friends say, oh, man, we was going to do something on the beach the weekend after. And I said, man, I got to postpone this trip. So I went to tell my aunt, I said, well, I'm going to postpone the trip. I'm go later. She said, hell no. You leaving. You ain't postponing that, you leaving.
She wanted you to get out of there.
Yeah, she said, you go. She said, not tomorrow, but you go.
Okay.
And I just left. And came here.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, do you remember what year you left Port of Spain? What year was that? Do you remember?
What, the year I left?
Yes, sir.
I was...
You say it's about 19, 20?
21. That's about 21.
And what year were you born again? I forgot.
41.
41. So about 60, you left Port of Spain?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this real quick. Can you tell me, how did Port of Spain change, like from when you were a child to when you left it? Did it change at all? Did Trinidad change it all?
You mean the last time I went back?
Well, I'm not even. So, as you were growing up, did Port of Spain change? Did Trinidad change it all?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, it stays this.
Okay.
Everything was almost like you say.
Okay.
Everything was nice and quiet. The people would, you see, in all reality, the people changed, but didn't have too much change when I left.
Okay.
Everybody was there, down there at that time. I think it's got to be changed now. Everybody was everybody. Yeah, you didn't have the crime and stuff like I hear now. Yeah.
It was more, I guess, more laid back in Trinidad?
Yeah, and people will look out for you. They won't just try to rob you, they try to help you instead.
It's that time to change.
Yeah, that time. Well, man, I don't think that time was, I think the whole world changed. Yeah, I don't think it never get back like that no more.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was it. It was a nice, beautiful place. Yeah. But I tell you what, I had a good time down there.
I want to hear about New York, but Grandma, so you born in Baltimore, Maryland?
Yes.
How long did you stay there? Born and raised, or?
No, I stayed there about 2 years.
Okay, so as a baby.
And then they came back to Franklin, Virginia.
Okay.
We lived out in the country.
How far from here? Like where at?
I'm gonna show you one day where we used to be. We lived back in the country. My grandfather owned a farm, and he had the big house. And then on this side, going back that way, my uncle John Willie had a house. And then on the other side of the big house was Uncle Herbert. And then when you're going out was Uncle Robert.
Okay, everybody was close.
Mm-hmm.
And so pretty much raised in Franklin then?
Yeah, I stayed with my grandmother.
Okay.
Till I was about 11.
Okay. What was it like growing up in Franklin? What was that like?
We didn't have much. We didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
And out on the farm, it was always something to do. Feed the chicken. Get water. We had well water. But we had a lot of cousins and stuff to play with.
Okay. What'd y'all do for fun? Anything for fun at least?
Yeah, we used to throw rocks, play in the dirt. I never did learn to ride a bicycle.
Never did. What?
My cousin Margie tried to teach me, but I never did learn.
Okay.
I couldn't balance the bike. And my brother and I, we had my mom parents in Franklin, and my dad parents was in Murfreesboro. They had a tobacco farm.
What was that? Is that Virginia or
North Carolina?
North Carolina. Okay. How many siblings did you have, Grandma?
It ended up being 9 of us.
Okay, shucks. And where were you at? Oldest, youngest?
I was, Uncle Junior came first, I came second.
Okay, so you were second oldest. So you had a lot of responsibility then.
Yeah.
I know it. Okay. So growing up on a farm, you said there's always something to do?
Yes. Pick apples, pick pears, pick grapes, shuck corn, pick potatoes. And then when I came to stay with my mama when I was about 11. And then I would go and shake peanuts. And then I would pick cotton. I could never pick cotton though. Cotton was, I couldn't pick that cotton. I couldn't get but maybe 10 pounds of cotton.
That's more than I ever. That's something I
didn't have people out there picking like 100 pounds of cotton.
Okay, I don't even know anything about that, Grandma.
I know.
Okay.
Lucky you.
Okay.
And
no.
We used to take the peanuts and stack them on the pole so they could dry. They get paid $1 an hour.
Okay.
Then they had a bus. We would go to the strawberry patch and pick strawberries. And then they had a truck out there selling food, and you get all your money back to the truck.
What were they selling at that time? What kind of food?
Hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff like that. Yeah, we were hungry.
I understand.
Greedy.
So you just grew up working then? Okay.
Still working.
Shucks, that's all you know, huh?
Yeah, I'm still working.
What you say you lived with your grandma until 11. What changed?
I was 11.
What changed? What made you?
My uncle said I was a big girl now, so I need to go stay with my mama.
So why'd you move with your grandma in the first place? I'm curious.
Well, my grandmama needed somebody there with her.
Okay.
So after I was about 11, then Francine stayed there with her.
Okay, y'all just okay. Y'all kind
We
of
stayed with our grandmama.
Tell me real quick.
But we would go visit my dad people. I had an uncle named Roy. And every time my daddy said, if I come home again, you burnt, I'm going to give you a good whooping. When I came home, Grandmama had a cook stove. For some reason, I was always bumping into that stove. And when my daddy came home, I would burn again. But my Uncle Roy saved me from getting a whooping.
Nice.
I like that.
Okay. I was gonna ask you, what was the name of your parents?
My mom is named Ruth.
Ruth.
And my dad
Whitehead?
was named Maurice. My mom was Ruth Whitehead Harold.
Okay.
Cooper.
Okay, shucks.
And my dad was named Maurice Harold.
Maurice Harold. Okay, sure enough. So you're growing up in Franklin, you go move with your mom. Do you remember, I guess, did you want to be anything? Like, when you got older?
I was going to join the Army.
Oh, really?
I thought about it.
Okay.
But my neighbor told me that I didn't want for me not to join the Army, so I wouldn't join the Army.
They say why? It won't be good for African female?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want a good life.
Okay.
And then I finished high school. I worked at I was one of the first blacks to work at the telephone company here in Franklin.
Okay. I remember you told me this.
Yeah.
And tell me about this. So, what was that job like? And let me ask you this real quick. How much did you get paid? Do you remember?
No, but it was good pay for what I was used to.
Okay.
And then I met Roy I graduated in 68, and I met Roy during the summer.
69 or 68?
68.
Okay. How old were you in 68 then?
I was 18.
Okay. So tell me this. What was that job? You said you had a job at the telephone company. What was that job?
I was a long distance operator.
So that's you had to unplug it and put it in or something? Is that what
that was?
Okay.
I had to stick it in and answer the call, and the people steal your calls from me.
Okay.
You say hello, and then the next thing you know, a voice off. Thank you. And steal your phone call. And we had to make quotas every day. I made my quota every day.
Quota means you had to make a certain amount of phone calls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How much you think you was making? Like 25 cents what? An hour or what?
No, we made more than that.
I'm just at like $1, what? $2 an hour?
Maybe back then. Probably maybe $75 a week.
Okay. $75 a week in 68 or 68, 67?
Yeah.
Okay, sure enough.
I don't know how much minimum wage was long then.
I understand. But is that what you wanted to be doing? Yeah, were you like, I could do this for the rest of my life?
Well, I wanted to go to college, but we didn't have enough money to go to college.
Okay.
And so I used to work downtown on Saturday at the restaurant for $5 a day. I like that because that $5 was mine.
With the money from the
I used to get paid $5 a day for washing dishes.
Okay. I mean the money from the telephone you had to like get it to your family or what you mean?
This is before I went to the telephone company.
Okay, before. Okay.
When I was at a telephone company, no, that was my money. I used to save it in the bank.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Who were you living with at that time?
I was living with my mom.
Okay.
We lived on South Street.
Franklin, Virginia? Okay, sure enough.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this then. Since you've been in Franklin a big portion of your life, how has Franklin changed? Or has it changed at all? Franklin, Virginia.
Franklin. It changed. When I was growing up, we had union camp. They had that awful smell. But the people that worked at union camp, they was paid very well.
What is that the paper mill or was it union camp?
Union camp paper mill.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember when I first moved to Franklin. They always had that smell. I remember that.
That was money.
Oh. It smelled like cabbage or something. I don't know how you describe it.
That's what we used to sell. That's what they used to sell, like rotten cabbage.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. Or collard greens or something.
Yeah.
It had that strange smell. And then I met Roy during the summer of 68. We got married April of 69.
Okay.
And I had been at a telephone company. I started a telephone company September 68. And I got married April 69. And I moved to New York.
Okay. All right. How old are you? I guess 69, 68. How old were you?
19.
19.
When I got married.
Okay. All right. I definitely want to hear about how y'all met. I definitely want to.
He came down with there was a guy that used to live in Franklin, and he lived in New York, and Roy worked with him.
Okay.
So he came home for the summer, and he brought Roy with him.
Okay.
And my neighbor, who always took care of us, helped my mom with us, she told him she had a nice girl she wanted him to meet.
Okay.
And so that's how we ended up meeting, and we used to talk on the telephone.
Okay. You got free calls, I guess, huh? What?
Yeah. We used to talk on the telephone.
Okay. I want to ask you, Grandfather, so we left off with you when you moved to New York from Trinidad.
Right.
Tell me real quick, I guess, what was that first year like when you moved to New York, coming from Trinidad? Coming to the big city.
Well, the first year was rough. Well, mostly the winter. The weather was
used to that, right?
Yeah, the weather was different, and that winter was rough. We couldn't get warm.
Mm-hmm. You staying with your uncle, right, or your cousin?
Mm-hmm, okay. Yeah, Barry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was always cold. Man, shucks, couldn't take that winter.
Okay. Where'd you move to? What part of New York?
Queens.
Queens, New York. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Jamaica, Queens. Yeah.
Sure enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was the worst part, really.
Just the weather? That was the worst part?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you got used to it. And that was all right after that.
And I imagine you had to start working, right?
Oh, yeah.
What were you working at that time?
I got a job. What was the first job I got? I can't remember. I know I got a job parking cars. I know that was one.
Okay.
Where else did I work when I first got here? Then I worked with a tire company. Yeah. We're delivering tires and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You remember how much you were making at that time? How much do you think you were making?
Well, that time, no. We weren't making much money at all.
Okay.
No, how much? I mean, it was good, but not like now.
I understand.
But I'm trying to figure out how much money I was making then. I can't remember.
I understand.
But it was pretty good pay.
Okay. Was it hard labor though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. I can't remember exactly.
That's all good.
Yeah, but it was all right.
Tell me what was New York like?
Fast.
Yeah.
Busy. always on the go. Yes, sir. Yeah, you always everything you can't stop. You got everything you want. You gotta go get it.
Okay.
Yep. And that's how they keep you busy. Always something to do, somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so were you a fan of that, or was it too much for you?
No, it was good.
Okay. And so coming from Trinidad, I know it's probably two different places, right?
Yeah. But that was the fun part. I like to go then.
Okay.
Yeah. And used to, especially in the summertime. Summertime was good.
Oh.
Go hang out at different places. You got so many places to go.
I know it.
Yeah. So you always got somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me how was Trinidad and New York? How were they different?
Oh, it's a big difference. New York, a big city. Trinidad is not like that. Trinidad is more like a country. Yeah, you have more, say, like beaches and other little places to go, but not like New York, how they got these big theaters and stuff like that. No, that wasn't Trinidad.
Okay.
That's a big difference. Entertainment wasn't their specialty, like New York. New York is more entertainment, a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, movies and all that. No, we didn't have all that.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. But that was a big difference. Yep.
So 69, you come down to Franklin?
68.
68?
8.
And so, and why did you come down? Just one of your friends came down to Franklin? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you meet Grandma?
Yeah, well, Well, the country that was my thing. I know country. I
Okay,
grew up in the country.
Right.
So it wasn't was no big deal for me. Yeah. And it was, I always liked the country.
Uh-huh.
You get used to it, so you like it. Some people say they don't like the country.
Right, yeah, some people don't like it.
Yeah, but I do.
Too slow.
Yeah, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
I love the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Grandma, she kind of told me hers. Tell me how you remember meeting Grandma. How do you remember it?
Yeah, Molly. I think it was Molly. That's her name.
That was your friend or Grandma?
That's Grandma.
Okay. Friend of the family?
Yeah, I met her. And we was talking and stuff like that. I think she had some money to exchange too. She had some of them old silver dolls, I think.
Okay.
And I exchanged some of that for her. She sold me some for regular money.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's how we started talking. And then she introduced me to Bernice.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's how we met, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So within a year's time, y'all got married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Less than 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so then y'all got married and y'all decided to move to New York?
New York.
He was already living in New York. He lived in New York.
I was living in New York.
Okay. Oh, you decided to go with him right back to New York?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me this, Grandma, coming from Baltimore and then Franklin, Virginia, what was it like moving to New York?
I always wanted to live in New York.
It's a big city, right? Okay.
I always wanted that New York life. Didn't know how I was going to get there, but I all know New York, that's where I wanted to go. I always heard people used to go and come that lived in New York, and they just made New York sound like that's the place to be. So I wanted to live in New York. And my first year in New York, we stayed in Jamaica, Queens, in a rooming house. And then my cousin used to come over. She lived in Brooklyn. So she would come and see me. And then one day she found me an apartment and we moved to Brooklyn.
Okay. Real quick, let me ask you this. How does your family feel about you, getting married and moving to New York? How did they feel about that?
My mom had liked Roy.
Okay.
So she was pleased.
That's awesome. Okay, that's good. So you moved to New York and you finally get your own apartment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We lived in a rooming house and then we got an apartment.
Okay. And tell me about New York. What was it? How was New York for you? Was it everything you hoped it to be, when you first moved there?
Yeah, I love New York.
Okay.
But I like I say, I just heard people say wild things about New York, but I think we live a sheltered life. Our friends lived in Queens. His friend had brought him down Raymond. We had Raymond, Brenda, Alexandria, T-Baby, Oscar, Free's husband. What was his name, Roy? Scott. And then we had Geraldine, and what was Geraldine's husband's name?
Junior.
Clarence. And we had a lot of friends.
Nice.
And on Fridays, Roy would go play cards. We play all night. Go home next day.
Okay. Playing spades or?
No, they played big with us at the time.
Okay, sure enough.
Oh, yeah, it didn't have spades then.
Okay. What did you do for fun, Grandma?
What did I do for fun? Well, after we was there, we lived in Brooklyn. And then when we moved on Union Street. We was on Ralph Avenue. Then we moved on Union Street because my cousin that was responsible for me getting to Brooklyn, she moved on the 3rd floor, and I moved into her apartment. And we had 2 aunts that lived on the 2nd floor. So I was like a housewife.
Okay.
And Roy was working at Roy was
John Adams.
He was at John Adams service station. When we first got married, he worked at the bus company. And then when we moved to Brooklyn, he got a job working for John Adams.
And was that like a
service station?
Okay, like a mechanic shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He worked there working on cars. And then Edna was born. We got married in '69,
Mm-hmm.
and we lived in Jamaica, Queens, and then in 1970 we was living in Brooklyn on Ralph Avenue, and our first child was born, which is your mom, Edna.
Edna Preau.
And my mom
Edna
came up.
Preau.
Yeah, Edna Yvette. I named her Yvette thinking if she didn't like Edna, she would be called. But I think she likes that name, Edna.
Okay.
Because her daddy named her.
Okay.
So we had Edna, and then we, before she turned a year old, we had moved to Union Street.
Okay.
And so she was the baby. And then we had the neighbors on the second floor and May on the third floor. So I was still a housewife.
Okay, had a baby.
Yeah.
Real quick, tell me this. Well, what was my mother like as a baby?
She was a good little girl.
Okay.
Hmm. She was a good little girl. When people would come and see us, though, I don't think she used to laugh for people coming to our house. Cause she would cry the whole time they were there.
Okay.
And as soon as they say, we leaving, she'd shut up. But if they didn't hurry up and go out the house, she'd cry again. And we never did figure out, and one day we figured out the reason why she crying, she didn't want nobody at the house.
Oh. Okay, that's her house.
Right. And then she didn't like sleeping in her crib. If she wake up and find out she was in the crib, she would cry till she got back in the bed with us. And then we had Ross. And it was like, oh, I got a big brother now. And she came on out that crib and never said another word for him to get in.
Okay. Wait, real quick. Grandpa, what was my mother like as a baby? I want to hear from you as well.
Oh, yeah, she was nice.
Okay.
She was beautiful. Oh, yeah, and easy to deal with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she took all over me riding.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to hear from both of you all. What was it like? What was it like becoming parents? What was that like?
Was it what? Coming parents?
I wanted my first one to be a boy, but it was a girl.
Okay.
It was normal. It's just like anything else. Like a little, his brother or sister.
I said, well, y'all about, what, 20, 21 at that time, right?
No, your granddaddy was 27 when I married him.
Okay. So enough. You were
an old man.
And you were 20, how were you?
I was about 19, 20.
Okay.
He's 7 years older than me,
I didn't
so
know
I was
that.
about
Okay.
20.
Okay, sure enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had Edna, and then you had Ross. You had another one.
Mm-hmm.
What was Ross like as a baby?
He was spoiled.
Yeah.
No.
He too. I don't know. They had this thing. I don't think they used to lack for folks to come to our house.
None of them did.
I don't think they did. I don't think they liked for us to have company. Because then after that, when Ross was born, Ross was about 8 or 9 months old. It was the people across the street. They worked at a place. They worked at the Pamper place. So we didn't have to buy Pampers. And so we moved to East New York.
Okay.
We rented this house with option to buy. And if anybody came and knocked on that door, Ross would almost have a fit. He would get so hysterical. He didn't like that.
He didn't?
I don't think him and Eddie liked for us to have company.
Oh, wow. How was Ross for you, Grandpa?
Oh, man. Yeah, it was all right. My children, they were good.
I said, you was probably at work all day, so you probably had to
he got home before I did. He go to work early in the morning.
Okay. Oh, so you eventually got a job, or you had to get one?
Yeah. I used to work at Lane Brand for a little while.
Oh.
And then and Ross was born in 73.
Yeah.
And I went and got a job in 74.
Okay. So
I worked at Chase Manhattan Bank.
Okay.
I was on a night shift.
Oh, wow. So who would watch the babies? Y'all would just rotate?
He was home at night and I was home in the day.
Okay, sure enough. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I get you. And so in 74, so you got 2 kids now. I'm curious, how was your life changing? Or, how was it changing as the time went? You have Edna, then you have Ross. How were your lives changing?
Not much change.
Okay.
Really?
Just working, trying to live, trying to survive.
Yeah, just another.
Yeah. We moved to Eastern York, and then we met this man named Mr. Charles. And Mr. Charles was a Muslim. And they were like family. We met Mr. Charles, we met Nina, and then we knew most of the people on the block. We knew Soretta? People next door to us.
Soretta, something like that. The Spanish people.
Yeah, we had a Spanish neighbor.
Okay.
And I worked at Chase, and when I got experience in what I was doing, then I went and got another job.
Okay, 2 jobs.
Yeah, I got a better job.
Okay.
I was making $190 a week.
What was this at?
This was in Manhattan. I worked at 95 Wall Street.
What is that?
When I worked at Chase, it was a bank. When I worked at Chase, we were near the Staten Island Ferry.
Okay.
The Staten Island Ferry was across the street. When I worked at Chase, I was on nights. And then I never wanted Roy to leave the kids.
Right.
So one night I got off the train and came out, and I thought it was a taxi, and I got in this car. And he said, "Where would you like to go?" And I told him, and he took me home. And then when I got there, I said, "How much I owe you?" He said, "Oh, you don't owe me nothing. I was just seeing a lady in stress, and I thought I'd give her a ride."
Okay, that's awesome.
And I said, "Thank you so much." And the next day when I went to work, I applied for the day shift.
Okay. You said at 95 Wall Street? Well, what was that? What business?
A bank.
Oh, it was another bank. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, I started out at Chase.
And were you just a teller at 95 or?
No, we didn't. I worked in the international department.
Doing what?
We used to send transfers money from one country to another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we worked on computers sending out transfers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I stayed there for 10 years. I had Travis, Sean, and Little Roy while I was working at the bank.
Okay. So you joined 95 Wall Street. And where were you working at, Grandpa? Do you remember? What was Grandpa working at that time?
Wall Street. Well, I had 2 jobs after that. I worked for Consolidated. Wait a minute. I had the second job after y'all. Yeah, no, y'all was still in New York when I was at Consolidated. I used to go work early in the morning, come back in the evening.
He used to go work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock. I mean, you had to get up early.
Yeah.
And
so,
he used to carry,
Travis.
He took deliveries to the hospital and places.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to come home. I get off early.
Started out with, what was the name of the company before it merged and became Consolidated Laundries? What was it before?
Was it Consolidated?
Well, he was still at the service station when we first moved to Warwick Street.
Okay.
We used to live 343 Warwick Street. And we used to go to church down the street down New Jersey Avenue called Grace Baptist Church.
Okay.
And the kids, when they were old enough, they went to cross the street to school to St. John Newman.
Okay. So enough.
And your mama went to PS 130.
130 or 345.
PS 345. That's right. She went to PS 345.
Okay. What was working at that service station? What was that like, Grandpa?
Well, it was nice.
Were you just working on cars, or like what were you doing? Okay.
Yeah.
He was a mechanic.
Okay, yeah, mechanic. Okay. I remember when I was little, I used to always work on cars. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always like that.
It was good.
Do you remember what you were driving? Did you have a car in New York? Did y'all have a car?
Oh, yeah. Many cars.
What car were you driving? What cars did you own? Let me ask you that. Do you remember?
The Pontiacs.
What year?
Dodge.
What year for all of them?
Let me see. I can go back.
The Pontiac we bought brand new, right?
No, it wasn't that we
What
bought.
car we bought brand new?
The Cougar.
Oh yeah,
Mercury.
we had a Cougar, Mercury.
Mercury Cougar. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
I
us.
heard Mercury say
We bought that brand new.
What year was that, Grandpa?
70 something. 70, what was that, 78, 79?
A 78 Mercury Cougar?
Yeah.
That's probably a cool car back then, huh?
Yeah.
And when did we buy the van?
The van was
80 something.
80 something.
What was that? What kind of van?
Conversion van, the one with the
Conversion van.
yeah.
Got a TV in.
Got the,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds really nice. Okay.
With the TV and the bed and everything in there.
Oh wow. Okay.
The CB radio and stuff.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was nice van.
We bought it in, must have been 85.
80 something.
Because Travis was born 79. Sean was born 84. And Lil Roy was born, no, Sean was born 82. Lil Roy was born 84.
Ah. Tell me, let me hear about this then. So you had Travis. What was Travis like as a baby?
Travis was a good baby.
Yeah.
He was a good baby.
And why you say he was a good baby? Why you say that?
Because when I was pregnant with him, I used to work hard all day.
Okay.
And I would be coming home and I said, I wonder if my baby moved today. Seemed like I had, how do you call it when you talk to somebody and they respond back to you?
Conversation or?
I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to.
You saying when you were carrying him or when you actually
when
had?
I was carrying him.
Okay.
And I would be working. I work hard all day because at the bank we used to do transferring money from the United States overseas and places. And I would work hard. I said, I wonder if my baby moved today. And like if I thought it,
okay,
he would get my thought and he would move.
Okay,
sure enough. All right.
Okay.
That's the only one I ever experienced that one with.
Oh, okay.
So I always thought that I had a different relationship with him.
Okay.
Than the rest. Of
okay. So Charles was your favorite or what?
I don't know.
I understand. You say he was a good baby.
I used to be his favorite. I'm not now.
Okay. What was Travis like for you, Grandpa?
Oh yeah, fun.
Fine.
All them kids were a lot of fun.
Okay.
Man. Oh
okay.
yeah. They likes to play. They likes to go. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Travis was the one that used to talk a lot.
Okay, as a child, he liked to talk to people.
He just used to like to talk.
Like okay.
Yeah, Ross. We went to Canada one year. We didn't have nobody but Edna and Ross at the time, and we went to Canada. And we up there in Canada in this store with all these people, and we didn't know where Ross was.
Okay.
No, Ross walked out.
And Ross came back and found us. But Ross was always a people person. He was always a people person. He was always a people person. And he was a hustler.
What you mean by that? What you mean he was a hustler?
He was a hustler.
Like just making money?
Yeah, he used to like making money.
What would he do? What would he do?
He used to wash cars.
Okay.
We used to collect cans and go sell them. But yeah, he was always a hustler.
Okay.
And he didn't care that much for school. He was smarter than the teachers in there.
Okay.
He started out at St. John Newman, and he went there for a year, and then he went to public school. And then when Travis and them came along, we put all of them back, and we had all four of them in Catholic school.
Okay.
And then Ross and Sister Peggy, he was smarter than she was. So she said, well, Miss Preau, he can't come back no more. But luckily, my church had a school. We had a J.N. Underwood school.
So Ross got kicked out the Catholic school. He says he can't go.
He finished there.
Okay.
There. But when it came September, he had to find another school.
Wow. Okay.
So he ended up going to St. John Newman. I mean, J.N. Underwood school.
Okay.
And he went there to the 9th grade. And then he's supposed to be taking the train to school. He used to take the J train to school. Okay. And soon after that, we there was in 89, 90, they was randomly killing little black boys in New York.
Really?
So my husband said, we're going to get these boys out of New York.
This was in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And we moved back here in September 90.
September 90. Real quick, I want to talk about that, but real quick, tell me about Sean. What's Sean like? Sean's the next in line.
Well, Sean was. He had a lot of hair on his head. My sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's always had long braids. Okay. He had a lot of hair on his head.
Oh wow.
And when he was in school, he didn't make nothing, but he was real smart in school. He was smart. He would make A's and B's.
Okay.
Sister Peggy, Travis was good in school too, but Travis used to love to talk. So she would never put Travis on the honor roll.
Oh,
that
okay.
was part of his punishment, to try to get him to, if you want to be on the honor roll, then you got to stop talking so much. And I remember Sean, I got up one morning, I was working, I was working on the night shift. So I got up one morning and I carried him across the street. And Sean told me, he said, Mama, when you carry us to school tomorrow, we want you to be dressed up like you going to church.
Okay.
So that from after that, every morning I go across the street, I had to go across the street looking like something. I couldn't go across the street with my hair rolled.
Oh, okay.
So he was one that he always wanted somebody that looked like something when they were with him.
Okay.
And little Roy, he was quiet.
Okay.
He didn't do a lot. You could carry him anywhere. His godmama, Travis' godmama was Josette. Sean's godmother was a Cynthia Campbell. And little Roy had Sister Jarvis, he had a Linda, and he had a Cynthia. A Cynthia Campbell was Sean's godmother.
Okay.
And Josette was little Travis's, and Sister Jarvis and Linda, and Mr. What was the guy name at the church? Priscilla's husband, the deacon.
I remember his name.
And the deacon at the church, they were his godparents.
Oh. So Roy was quiet?
Who's Linda?
Yeah. Linda, from...
I can't remember her.
Yeah, I remember Linda.
Mm-mm.
Her husband was named John. You don't remember Linda? We worked together at Credit Lyonnaise. I met Josette at Credit Lyonnaise. We used to always go over Josette's house. Every weekend we go to Josette's house and she'll come over our house. Okay. And we always ate together. We would go to church. And then the people next door was selling their house and going back home. And she wanted me to buy. She said, I ain't going to take a lot for it. Just give me $6,000. And I said, no, I don't want to rent no house. So anyway, I told Josette about it and she bought it. So she was my next door neighbor.
Okay. So you saying though, so you had all the kids. Grandpa, let me ask you this. I guess what was it like, having this big family? What was that like for you?
Oh, that's all I liked it.
You liked it?
I always liked big family.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Was the plan to have 5 children?
No.
Okay.
1.
Never planned nothing.
We're gonna have one. We had everybody. I had Roy around tell people, no, we ain't gonna have but 1.
Me?
I had him. I got him. I had him.
Okay.
He was telling people, yeah, this is it. Ain't no more.
Oh, wow. After each one, it's the last one? It's the last one?
No, but we said that with Ross.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. We had Travis. Ross said have one more so we'll have somebody in the house.
Okay.
And I always said, don't mess with Mother Nature because she going to get you.
Okay.
After we had Lil Roy, after we had Travis, in 82 popped up Sean, and 84 popped up Lil Roy.
Okay.
I always tell Lil Roy, he always looked at me, Mama, if they get one of them abortion commercial come on TV, he said, Mama, that like to been me, right? I said, no. Because I always tell him when I went and found out I was pregnant, I used to cry. I said, oh, God, no. And the man said, well, God didn't do it.
Okay, sure enough.
He said, God didn't do it.
Let me ask you this real quick. I want to ask both of y'all. How did y'all come up with the names? How did you name Where did y'all get the names from? May I ask?
Well, I named Ross after his daddy, but I didn't want to name him Roy, so I named him Ross.
Okay.
Edna, your daddy named Roy named Edna.
Right.
Cause he wanted to name her after his mother. Travis, I used to watch the Young and the Restless.
Okay.
And they had a guy up there, and his name was Travis, and I thought that was a pretty name.
Okay.
And then I named Sean after Sean Connery. The Spy.
Okay.
He had a show on, and I named Sean after Sean Connery. And Little Roy, I didn't have a name, so I named him after his dad.
Sure enough.
So that's how he became Little Roy.
Little Roy, sure enough. Hey.
Yep.
Hey. So you saying in the 89, 90s they were killing little black boys for no reason.
And that's when we decided to move back here.
Okay, move back to Franklin. Tell me, what was it like moving back to Franklin?
Man, it was rough.
And why you say that?
Cause I didn't drive.
I said, was that 15 hours? Or how long is that from New York to Virginia?
No, when we got back here.
Only 8 hours.
Oh, okay,
Roy was still living in New York, and we were living here.
Oh, y'all came separate. Oh.
Yeah, I was still working.
He stayed in New York 5 years before he came back here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I still
He came back in 95.
I
moved down here in 90.
So you came to stay with your family, with your mom, or your?
No, we had this house. We bought
the house.
Oh. We had already we came home in the end of August to close.
89?
90
to close the house. Okay, to buy. Okay.
To do the closing on the house.
Okay.
So we moved in the house. When we moved in here, in September.
Was my mother still with you at that time?
Your mom was in the army. Your mama came when she graduated. She came down here. Said she want to go to Norfolk State.
Yeah, exactly.
And her uncle Maurice got her in the army.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure enough.
Yeah.
So you came down with what? Travis and down? Travis, Sean, and Roy?
All of us was here. Roy used to commute.
Oh, so even who did everybody stay at? Whose room was this right here? The first room, right?
That was Ross' room.
That was Ross' room, and then Sean and Roy.
Well, all four of them. This is Ross' room. We had Travis, Sean.
We had a bunk bed, yeah.
We had a bunk bed. I
do remember that.
Little Roy in the back room.
Okay. My mother never stayed here, or what? Or she? Okay.
She hadn't already joined the army.
Okay.
Just come and visit.
Okay, I understand. Sure enough.
And then you was born in 91.
91, end of 91.
December. And I went. I had they sent for me to come to Germany.
Exactly.
Yeah, I went to Germany.
You said it was rough. Why you say it was rough coming back to Franklin?
Because I didn't have no car, and we couldn't get to the store, and it was just crazy.
You had family though, or what? They.
No, the problem was nobody had no license. They ain't had no license to drive.
Okay.
Look, in the country, every man for himself.
She can drive, and Ross can drive.
Okay.
And we ended up getting a Mustang. But Ross will go everywhere.
I heard he was a little wild boy with it.
Yeah, Ross all over.
When you get a license,
Ross supposed to be in school. Ross sitting in Suffolk at Lakeland.
Okay, what's Lakeland? What's that?
A school.
Oh, he had a different school.
I did volunteer work at the Cortland Healthcare, and he will be picking up me when he get out of school. And every day I get out of school late.
Cause he would be late.
He'd be somewhere. He won't be at school.
Okay.
So I told you, he been a hustler all his life.
All his life. Sure enough. So they came down to Franklin in 89, 90, and you just stayed in.
We came in 90.
90, and you just
September
stayed in.
90.
You just stayed in New York.
Yeah, I stayed in work.
95.
And so what was that like for you, Grandpa? Being away from your family.
It was all right. I just stayed in work.
Okay, it's work. Okay, so
yep.
Were you still at the service center, or were you somewhere different?
Oh no, I was driving. I was driving that time.
Okay.
He was still working for a Consolidated Laundry.
You said Consolidated Laundry, just delivering laundry, or to the hospital? You said. Okay. And did you still have the house in New York, or
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we still had the house in there. So I lived there by myself.
We sold the house in 96.
What made you stay behind? You didn't think you could get a good job in Franklin?
Yeah, I had no job.
He wanted to retire.
Okay.
I stayed there and retired.
Stayed there and retired. He didn't have far to go before he could retire.
So you stayed 40 years and got your pension, I guess?
Right.
Or 20 years and got your pension?
Right.
Okay. You still getting that today?
Oh yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He gets 2 pensions.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you stayed for 5 years. And
He used to belong to the unions.
Oh, okay.
So the union paid him 2 pensions.
Okay, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he came down here. I think like 5 years. He must have went to work in 2000 what?
2000.
What's over there? He went to work in 2000. What's them dates on those things?
I don't got my glasses on. That says 2006 is Walmart. When above it, I can't see it.
So he had been 5 years. So he went to Walmart 2001 for to get one that says 2006.
Okay.
So he went to Walmart. He tell him about he went to Walmart to go to work in what? Oil and lube. Tire and lube.
So hold on. So 95 you come back down. You start working at Walmart.
No, he didn't go to work till 2001.
Okay, you was relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he did have a job in between where he was busting cables.
Oh, okay.
What y'all was doing?
Running cables.
Running cables. They had to dig up
So
dirt
hold
to
on.
run cables.
You was born 41. When you born again, Grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
41. So you was about 50. You about 50 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I work with the cable company.
Mm.
Running cable, all these new places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I came and work at Walmart.
But so 2000, yeah, so about 2000, he's about 60 then.
Mm-hmm.
About 59, 60.
Yep.
Okay, so working at the tires or the mechanic in mechanic shop in Walmart.
No, so I went there to do that, but they said put me in the paint department
Oh wow, okay.
instead.
And so you started Walmart in 2000?
No.
2001.
2001. 2001. Okay.
And he retired 2016.
Mm-hmm.
You get a pension from Walmart or no? You
No, Walmart don't pay no pension.
Okay.
They don't have no pension plan.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you come back down to Franklin, start working at Walmart.
Yeah.
When did you started the restaurant in 2001? Or when did you start the
I
restaurant?
started a restaurant in 2002.
2002.
Mm-hmm.
What I guess how did that idea come about for the restaurant?
I was working out my house.
Doing what? Food or just on the?
I sold jacks and bread.
I remember you used to make jacks. You're right.
Yeah, and then one day I did something for the city. And I knew this man, the health department. I said to him, what would I have to do to fix up my kitchen where I can make my kitchen commercial? And he said, oh, you don't need to do that. And he said, there's 2 places that I know. There's one in Hunterdale, and then there's one out on 671. So I had tried to find, I said, well, who owned the one in Hunterdale? He said, he don't know. So I had a cousin work for the light bill place, and I called her and asked her who owned 103 Country Club, and she told me Burke Bly. And so I used to work in the summertime and go down there and clean, and I opened up August 1, 2002.
August 1st. So yeah, for people who listen, so yeah, you owned a restaurant in Franklin, Virginia called Preau's at Station 1.
Yeah.
Open August 1st, 2002?
2002.
2002, sure enough.
I closed 2018.
Sure enough, yeah.
July.
17 years? 17 years as a business owner. They say a big portion don't make it past, the first 5 years or something like that.
Well, I tell you, I was blessed because all the people I used to cook for, they were my customers.
Exactly, yeah.
So they came where I was.
Okay. I want to talk about that definitely. I want to go more in depth with that. So you opened. Well, you say you bought it from this one guy.
I rented it first.
Okay, you rented it. Tell me about that whole process. So you have an idea of buying a restaurant.
Okay, I went and found a restaurant, and your mom, Ross, Edna, Travis, and Little Roy.
And who is his mom?
Edna.
Okay.
They were the ones significant in doing all the paperwork.
Okay, helping you with it.
Paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything that I cleaned, and they worked at getting all the paperwork, and then we had to figure out what kind of menu we was gonna have.
If I'm not mistaken, it was a fire station at one point, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It used to be a fire station.
Right. Okay.
But Burke had turned it into a restaurant for his daughter.
Okay.
And the people that was there before me, they must have snuck out one night.
Oh, and just left?
They just left the place.
Oh, really?
They left that place. Oh, my goodness. That kitchen
Was a mess?
It took me 2 months to clean that kitchen.
Oh, wow. They just left. They
just left. And
wow.
I mean, it had grease. Oh, my God. Grease.
I want to talk about that, but real quick, who taught you how to cook, Grandma?
Well, when I was in New York, I would say your granddaddy.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, really? I point out
because what happened is I would cook something, and I would ask him how it tastes, and he'll say, "Well, next time put a little this or a little that." And so I went to Grace, and we had a food committee at Grace Baptist Church.
Okay. He's your
and
guinea
we
pig.
Feed every Sunday.
Okay. So no, so you saying you think you taught yourself how to cook or what?
Well,
that's right.
You just like have feedback.
One thing too, when I came back here, my mom used to send Granddad to pick me up, and she'll say, "Well, we're gonna make jacks today, or we're gonna sell dinners today, or we're gonna do rolls today, or we're gonna do cinnamon buns today." So I would go over and help her.
Okay.
And my mom was such a, she would get in there, she would say, "Okay, you roll the dough." And I roll the dough, and she go in there and go on the telephone. Next thing I know, we got over 100 and some jacks to make. And so that's what we used to do. That's how. And so one day I was going to Oak Grove, and the pastor went to a church in Windsor. And I don't know, this little old lady, never know how God gonna work. But anyway, this little old lady, we were sitting outside, we were sitting at a table. And she just picked up a conversation with me, Sean and Travis and Little Roy. They was running around there playing. And so she said to me, you need to find something to do with your hands.
Okay.
So you'll always have gas money.
Mm.
So I came home that night and I called my mama. And I asked my mama for the number of all of her customers that she used to sell bread and stuff to.
Oh, yeah.
And I called them. And it was going to be Thanksgiving. And I got all of her customers. I got roll orders. I got food orders. I got some of every kind of order.
This is before the restaurant, right? Before
the restaurant. This was in...
You said November of what, 2001?
This was in 19... I was in the school system. I worked with the school. I went to the school in about 93. And I worked there to 2002.
Okay.
So on the weekend, my cousin who worked at Union Camp, on Friday morning, we would load her car up.
With food or?
With cinnamon buns, jacks, and bread.
Okay.
So that used to get me a lot of orders. On Thanksgiving, I would go to work. I had another job too. I used to make the breakfast. They had Thanksgiving breakfast after Thanksgiving Day at the Sportsman Club. Mm-hmm. And so I used to make breakfast for them, but I used to come home on Wednesday. And I would work from Wednesday till I ain't go to bed for Friday night.
Okay. Just cooking? What you mean?
I was cooking.
Okay.
I was cooking in that little kitchen.
Yeah, sure enough.
I have fed some folks, and I don't ever feed nobody no more. I have fed some folks.
And this is all before the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So you was running a restaurant at the house.
And Travis worked at the fire department. Travis come in every day and go to the fire department, and he'll say, "Mama, don't let me have to come here tonight."
Okay. So, you want you to burn the house down?
So I told her one day, I said, "Travis," I said, "I did it."
What's that?
I didn't burn the house down.
Sure enough. Okay.
I said, "Travis, I didn't burn the house down."
So you start the restaurant. Tell me about that first year. You know, so you opened it August 1st, 2002. What was that first year like of running a business? You know, being a business owner.
Well, Sean was my assistant at the time.
Okay.
And so he was responsible for paying all the bills and stuff. Mm-hmm. So he worked with me. Well, all of them worked down there.
I remember.
Your mom, your dad.
I was there opening day. I remember.
Well, you used to go to school.
Yeah, I used to go to Hunterdale, get off and just come right over there.
Yeah. The bus would put y'all off right there.
I used to. I mean, I used to hate Fridays, Grandma, because we would always have to stay late at the restaurant.
Yeah.
I wanted to go home and just chill. We used to come there every day.
Yep. That's right.
I remember that. Yep. And hang with y'all.
Every day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so tell me about that first year. What was that first year like?
It was rough. We had a lot of customers. You know how people come with something brand new.
Right. Especially in a small town like Franklin.
Yes, Lord, worked so hard. Oh, my goodness. We stayed busy, but we were blessed. It was a good business.
I mean, you want to be busy, right? Then have no one, right?
I wanted to be busy. Yeah. We were blessed. The 16 years I was there, we were blessed. And I remember that one day, a lady came on a Saturday, and she says to me, she said, "Guess what I got?" I said, "What you got?" She said, "I got a review. Somebody made a review on the internet. And it was this man that had come and went to the country club, and on his way back home, he saw this little restaurant, and he stopped. And I remember so well. I don't remember the man. He was Caucasian. But he came in, and it was a Wednesday, because I'm closed Monday and Tuesday. Right. And it was a Wednesday, and Wednesday was Meatloaf Day.
Sure enough.
And I always tell everybody, I got a review off of Meatloaf.
Hey.
He had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, started out with a salad. And then Lil Roy was working with me.
Okay. Yeah, that's a true family business. You had your whole family helping out. Yeah. I remember that.
Sean, Lil Roy stayed there the longest. Yeah. Sean stayed the longest.
Okay. Grandpa, what was that like for you? The restaurant. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I didn't work there too long.
Right.
See, I was working at Walmart then.
Okay, right. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it was your wife's business. Yeah. You were definitely involved in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used to come on Sundays and wash dishes.
Yeah,
yeah. He'd get off Walmart and come there and wash dishes. Mm-hmm. And we would have dishes all the way up to the ceiling.
I know it.
I had 2 jobs. I got to go work, then get off, and then come back to the restaurant and work.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But it was all right.
One day he got mad and walked home.
Okay. Said he wasn't dealing with this?
He got mad and walked home.
Okay. I understand.
Did you walk all the way home or somebody gave you a ride?
I walked home.
How long you think it took you? An hour and a half? What? 2?
No, a little less than about an hour.
About an hour? Showing up from here? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, about an hour.
I understand.
Somebody said, I saw your husband walking down the street. I said, yeah, he got mad with me and left.
So I want to talk about, owning a Stacy one. So let me ask you this, Grandma. Maybe someone else wants to own a restaurant. They might want to.
Well, I'm renting my restaurant out now.
Okay. Well, wait, let me ask you this. That was my question. What are some things that you know now that you wish you had known when you first started the restaurant?
Things that I know now?
Yeah, like things you could have done better, throughout this whole endeavor.
Things I could have done better. Probably there was a lot of things I could have done better. When I think about some of my options now, I think I would have stayed in the catering business.
And not opened the restaurant, or what you mean?
I'd have had the restaurant, but I would have only done catering.
Okay. And catering mean like you people place a big order, say I want you to come to my event.
They didn't have to have a big order. They could have a small order.
So just have maybe just call them. You're saying.
I would have preferred to have.
Okay.
Said people. Just had people.
Instead of having that sit-down atmosphere?
Right. I would have preferred to have catered.
And why do you say that? Just dealing with
because
people?
Because I look at it now, there are so many people. For a good example, I saw a man the other day, and he was in Food Line. And he was buying those Hungry Man dinners. Mm-hmm. And he was one of my customers, one of my good customers. And I said to him, I said, sir, I said, you might want to reconsider that. I said, because the amount, I said, look at the sodium, 58% sodium. I said, so I told him, I said, I probably shouldn't have closed the restaurant because you could have came and got a hamburger steak and would have been less calories.
Okay.
So when I think of a lot of people that don't like to cook or older people that don't feel like cooking, that I would have been there to make their meals to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have liked to have been in the meals to go business.
Okay. I'm honest with you, that's getting kind of popular now.
Yes, meal to go.
It is, definitely.
It really is,
Yeah.
People were home and sit down and eat.
Exactly. People don't want to go, just like kind of fast food, but people they don't want that fast food. They want
they want good.
They
want to eat a little healthier.
Yeah.
Right.
But still wanting a convenience.
But they still want that convenience of being able to pick up something and take it home and eat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure enough. Mm-hmm. Anything else you think you could have done differently?
Maybe my management skills could have been a little more skillful.
Okay. What you mean by that?
Being able to manage the business, or being able to have someone that could come in and help, and I not have to work so hard.
Okay.
Because I did everything.
Okay.
I did everything.
Maybe being better at delegating things, certain tasks then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or finding good people that were qualified to help do the job.
I say no one is gonna love it as much as you though. That's your baby.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's your baby, so no one's gonna put in as much.
Nobody's gonna work like I work.
Right. Yeah.
And I knew that, so.
I understand. I mean, you did it 17 years, 16 years. That's a long time, Grandma. I don't want to get too much into it, but was it profitable for you?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Very.
That's awesome.
Very.
Okay, that's awesome. I guess you wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't.
Right. I wouldn't be able to sit down home and not have to worry.
Okay. That's awesome.
About my income.
Okay. That's awesome.
I owe it all to the Creator.
Okay, sure enough.
not me. I can't take credit for it, but I thank God.
Yeah.
And I got a big relationship with God while I was in the restaurant.
Okay.
People laugh at me, and I said, I remember on Sundays, and I would cook, and I would say, Lord, send us some meatloaf eaters. Lord, send us some baked chicken eaters. Whatever the special was, I would tell the Lord. And I said, when we look up, we had an overflow.
Hey.
The boys, they worked hard.
I know it.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Lil Roy and Sean. They worked really hard.
Let me ask you this: Did owning a restaurant, did that kill your joy for cooking, or did you?
I enjoyed it.
You still enjoy it?
I still enjoy it. I still enjoy cooking.
Okay. Sure enough.
Mm-hmm. Last Saturday we sold dinners.
You told me, yeah.
A lot of them were my customers.
Yeah.
I got on the telephone and I called.
So you was all right.
I had a list of names, and I think only 2 people on that list didn't come.
Okay, sure enough. I said, yeah.
That was blessed.
They said they gotta come get some. They had to.
Mm-hmm. Miss Preau, you cooking? No. That's a question. Miss Preau, you cooking?
That's all they need to know.
Miss Preau, you doing the cooking?
That's all they need to know.
That's all they needed to know.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Grandpa, I want to ask you, what was Walmart like for you?
It was good.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I had a real good time there.
Okay. Sure enough.
Oh yeah. When I was there, I think now it's a little different. As you change managers, things change.
Okay.
So while I was there, sure.
He met a lot of people because we still see people. They ask how he doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, met a lot of people at Walmart.
Why he don't come and visit us?
Oh, okay.
I said I tried to get him to come, but he don't want to.
Okay, so
he don't want to walk.
I said I remember you. I remember you being like a greeter. Weren't you a greeter at one point?
No.
Oh no.
Okay. In paint.
Oh, you always worked in paint?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Sure
I could walk in. I could walk in there anytime and somebody be hugging his neck.
So enough. I remember that. Yeah.
I could walk in there anytime somebody be hugging his neck.
So enough.
Yeah.
So I guess let me ask you this real quick then. I guess has Franklin changed at all for you? You know, looking back from like how it was born when you first came here. You know, not born, but you know, as a child to how it is now. Has Franklin changed at all?
Well, I think when I was coming along, I think Franklin was more prosperous.
Okay.
Now everything has kind of went down.
Really?
By the closing of Union Camp.
I was going to talk to you about that. When was that?
Union Camp closed down in, what was it?
I remember when it closed. That was a big deal.
2000 and what?
I can't remember. Well, it was 2000.
Because I had went in business. I used to feed the people at Union Camp.
Right, the paper mill. Yeah, I remember that was a big deal when that closed down.
Yeah, one day
that was
somebody
a really big
complained.
Deal. About the food or what?
No, about us not getting there on time.
Oh, you used to deliver. I remember that.
Yeah, we used to deliver over there. We used to deliver over there.
You used to deliver.
Yeah. And we used to deliver school lunches.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we used to
school
there
lunches.
You go. We used to do, man, we had to go home early in the morning. We used to go three places. He went over the river.
You did it
where else you went? Smithfield.
Smithfield.
And where? What was three places we had food?
A place before Smithfield.
We used to do the children lunch.
How many?
Was it 100 and something?
Like per place or just for total?
Per place.
We used to have to do bag lunches for the kids.
What was you making? Like what kind of food?
We make sandwiches.
Wow, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, we did that. What? Yeah, man, I'm telling you, grandmama have hustle in her day.
I believe
we did sandwiches too.
I didn't know you served it. Yeah, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, we did bag lunches.
Yeah.
And we did it for a whole year.
Wow.
We don't that much money, but I paid about $2 a bag.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we did it. We did it for Mr. Kendricks.
Mm-hmm.
We did it for a man. We helped him out. Then we told him no.
Okay, too much work. Not worth it.
Yeah, we just had to get up early. No, we had to go down there early in the morning and stay all day. That means you go down there, you get them sandwiches out, and then you got to start getting ready for the crowd.
Right. Yeah, you okay. He's hustling. He working.
I've done that. Been there, done that. We work hard.
Look, I want to ask you this. You were talking about the Union paper mill closing. How did Franklin change after the paper mill closed? But I guess a lot of
people had to move.
Right.
A lot of people had to leave.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people left.
Right.
But we used to take lunches to Union Camp.
Mm-hmm.
And one day somebody complained about us coming late. And I'm like I am. I said, well, look, you ain't got to complain about me no more.
Okay.
So when Union Camp closed, I wasn't delivering food anymore, so I really wasn't affected by their closing. Right. Because I had already made a decision. And the people that was serving Union Camp, now they suffered a little bit.
Okay.
But I didn't.
It's such a big workforce, right? They feeding so many people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I had my crowd.
Mm.
I had the people that had got adjusted to come in there to eat.
Sure enough, I understand. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess let me ask you this. Maybe Justin or like Bryce or Aiden might watch this. One day.
Justin used to work at the restaurant.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's cool. What I want to say is though, like, do y'all have any words of wisdom for like myself or like St. Jasmine, Justin, Bryce, any of them? Anything I like to say to them?
Don't be afraid of work.
Okay.
Work hard.
Don't be afraid of work.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It pay off in the end.
Hard work.
It may look like it's coming slow, but it pays off.
Okay. So no.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't think you're gonna start on the top.
And keep God in everything that you do.
Yeah. Most businesses don't start on the top.
Sure enough.
You start on the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta have patience.
Patience.
Yes.
But you gotta have love for people too.
Okay.
Well, yeah, something you gotta love to do. If you don't do it, you don't make
And you
no
gotta
sense.
like what you do.
That helps.
That's
If you don't like
you
what you
gotta
do,
like what you do.
forget
Because
it.
if you like what you're gonna do, you're gonna always give it 100%.
Sure enough. I believe it.
Yeah.
When you gotta like your work, that's the first place.
But you know, like I say, like I used to tell the girls that come there and work, you know, being a waitress or a dishwasher may be look like a small beginning, but you never know who you'll meet.
Yeah.
In the process. Cause I had my dishwasher. His name was
You talking about that guy in the back there?
yeah, what's his name?
I can't remember his name. The Italian guy.
Yeah. He came and washed dishes. He stayed there for like 2 years or more. And he decided he wanted to go to cooking school. And when he finished cooking school, they had to go out and do their internship. And when the man read his application, found out he had worked at Station 1, he did his internship at the hotel in Suffolk.
Okay, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's why you tell me you never know who you're going to meet. I met a lot of people.
I know you
I
have.
met a lot of
I know
people.
a lot of people came through those doors.
Yes, Lord, I met a lot of people. The people come and they said, one lady took me, she came there one day, she said, you know what? All I did was put in the word good food.
Hey.
And she said it brought me straight to Station 1.
So enough.
I said, put in the word good food. She said, that's all I put in, good food.
Nice.
And it brought me, and they lived in Chicago.
Oh,
So we used to feed a lot of people coming through.
Right, yeah.
We used to have people that would come through going to Florida for the winter, and on their way back, they stopped.
Okay. Sure enough.
So that was blessed.
That's
a lot of people encouraged me.
Yeah, I believe it.
I
don't want to downplay Grandma. 17 years is a long time in anything.
Right.
In anything, that's a long time. Yeah. So that's serious. That's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hold y'all up. So real quick, I guess y'all have anything else y'all like to say real quick? Any last words?
I did enough talking.
I mean, it's perfectly fine.
Did enough talk.
I think the biggest thing I just want like some like words of wisdom. Anything I want to offer, don't be afraid to work hard. Definitely. Anything else?
Yeah, that's right. That's the key. You got to work.
And always keep Jesus.
Okay.
As your number one focus.
So,
Yeah.
no.
Don't be like Peter. Don't take your eyes off Jesus because you might sink.
Okay. Sure enough.
Yeah, don't take your eyes off Jesus.
Sure enough.
And always remember He's our provider. And He knows what we need, but He wants us to be specific. Right? Well, he can know what we need, but we got to be specific in our ask.
Okay. Sure enough.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all for taking time talking to me. I really appreciate you being my grandfather.
Anything. Yep.
I think they'll do it then.
Yeah. All right.